Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday, December 17th, 2018. My name is Yousif, and this is Mortgage Mondays. Today is a very special day here in Brickell because we are joined by real estate expert and condo professional, Bernie. Bernie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi, Yousif. Go Gators.
Go Gators, indeed. Bernie, thank you very much for joining us. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
I'm a realtor for the areas of Brickell, downtown Miami, and the beaches. And my mantra is to help people find chic spaces that they absolutely love. I consider myself bi-cosmopolitan because I have spent my life between South Florida and New York City.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you, and we have a very special topic today. Today's topic is going to be 5 things you need to know about purchasing a condo, specifically here in Miami. Our 5 topics are going to include, number 1, getting pre-qualified. Number 2, using banks versus using direct lenders. Number 3, different down payment options. Number 4, association approval. And number 5, FHA and VA condo loan programs.
All right, good deal.
So topic number 1 is getting pre-qualified for a mortgage. Bernie, can you tell us the importance of getting your clients pre-qualified for a transaction?
So the most important thing is that pre-qualification is typically required just to schedule showings. So it helps not only make time efficient for both parties, the client and myself. It helps us know what they can afford. And in a lot of situations with condo buildings, it actually helps us identify the right one based on their criteria.
Absolutely. Getting pre-qualified is very simple. All you need to do is just submit an application online. Alrighty, so number 2 is understanding the difference between a bank and a direct lender. Having worked at both, I know there's definitely some differentials. Bernie, tell us what you think the differentials are.
Yes, so in my experience, it first starts with the client preference and what they understand. Sometimes they lean more towards wanting to explore a loan with a Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo. But what will happen is I'll typically float it by that type of lender, and depending on the building, a bank may not be able to do the loan because they many times only offer a few programs or products. What's great about working with direct lenders such as yourself is that you have more flexibility in terms of credit and income requirements that you can work around, and you're very creative in terms of knowing different products in different ways to make the transaction work based on the circumstances.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Makes complete sense. And Bernie's spot on with all those criteria. The difference is with big banks versus direct lenders, it comes down to risk overlays. Right? When it comes to a direct lender, all we require is whatever Fannie Mae requires, making it easier for you to qualify for a mortgage. Alrighty, and number 3, let us talk about different down payment options. So Bernie, tell us the impact of putting down different amounts of money on a condo purchase.
It can truly range, but in short, most sellers still want to see at least 20% down payment in an offer. A lot of purchasers seem to think because there's an oversupply of condos that sellers are willing to be flexible on price and down payment, and actually they are not. When it comes to certain buildings, and especially in new development or pre-construction, the down payment may actually need to be 25 to 35%.
Right, yeah, spot on. It's also important to understand, guys, that sometimes a condo is going to qualify under a full review, meaning it's completely warrantable, but sometimes it's going to fall under a limited review due to certain aspects of the condo's financials. So being able to differentiate between a full and limited review condo is really going to help make your decision of a down payment that much easier quickly. And number 4, let's talk about association approval. So Bernie, talk to us about how we go and communicate with associations in condo building to make sure that condos get approved properly.
So there are actually 2 steps, Yousif. The first piece is negotiating with the owner in terms of their actual unit. That's the property. But the second piece, because these are condo buildings, is the association. And lenders need to actually approve that. What I typically try to do is just, let my clients know from a high level perspective, although they were individually and personally pre-qualified, that the building needs to be approved too, and it may not be approved for a few reasons. The top ones being maybe owner occupancy or not enough money in the reserves, but just to get them prepared on what that process is and how much time it will take.
Right? Absolutely. You know, when it comes down to condo approval, it's critical that we collect a budget, a questionnaire, reserve study if necessary, and all the different documents that tell the financials of a building and how stable it's going to be on a long-term perspective. Moving Mortgage, what we do is we pre-approve our condos. So if you're interested in a condo building, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pre-approve the condo for you so you completely understand before going under contract what the requirements are going to be. And last but not least, number 5, let's go ahead and talk about FHA and VA condo loan programs. Bernie, tell us what your thoughts are about those programs and how they might impact your clients.
I don't like to come from a place of no, but the reality is that a lot of owners in condo buildings won't accept offers that are FHA or VHA. And then certainly when it comes to new construction and new development, they don't accept financing at all.
Yeah. No, that's completely spot on. Again, what happens is, you know, different bureaus have different types of approval processes, and it just so happens that FHA approval processes are significantly more difficult to approve than a standard conventional loan. So when it comes to condo loans, you're definitely better off going under a conventional mortgage. Alrighty guys, and there you have it. 5 things you need to know about purchasing a condo here in Miami. Just to recap, number 1, we talked about getting pre-qualified. Number 2, we talked about using a bank versus using a direct lender. Number 3, we discussed the different down payment options coming down to purchase a condo. Number 4, we discussed association approval. And number 5, we discussed using an FHA or a VA loan program.
And number 6, what's key? Having me as your realtor. This is a dynamic time to be moving to Miami. A few months ago, Miami report came out and there are 900 people moving to the state of Florida daily. And 45% of that is moving here to South Florida. So it's actually critical that you have a real estate professional involved in your buying process. Because when it comes to inventory, there's not as much as you'd like to think. There's a lot at the very low end and a lot at the very high end. But to get what's right and perfect for you right in the middle, you really need a professional, such as myself, partnered with someone like you. So when you are ready, I am here, ready and waiting to assist you in finding a chic space you will absolutely love. You can find me across social media at Lipstick and Property Value.
And there you have it, folks. Thanks again for tuning in. And Bernie, thanks for your time. Have a good one, guys.